All right, now this is a special segment, and joining me on WION's Newsroom is Adya Juneja, who will be giving us the insights from the world of business. I also have my colleague Nikita Singh, who is of course joining us with all the buzz from the world of tech, and my colleague Athira Sasidharan will be getting us all the updates from the world of sports. But let's of course start with my colleague Adya Juneja with all the updates from the markets.
Thank you, Saleh. From mass layoffs to rising tariffs, here's a look at the key business trends that is shaping today. Companies across industries from Amazon to Nestle and UPS are slashing jobs. Executives are controlling expenditure amid slowing demand and pressure to justify massive AI investment. American firms have announced over 25,000 job cuts this month, excluding UPS. In Europe, more than 20,000 roles are being trimmed, led by Nestle's 16,000 cuts. Analysts say layoffs in white-collar roles highlight early signs of AI-driven restructuring as firms seek returns on billion-dollar automation bets. But economists caution that for now the US labor market remains in a low-hiring, low-firing phase. Well, as companies chase AI-driven efficiency, that same boom is beginning to weigh on consumers in unexpected ways. America's AI infrastructure push is triggering a spike in power demand and higher costs for consumers. Bank of America warns data centers expansion has driven electricity and gas prices up 6% and 14% year-on-year, with the strain likely to deepen through winter. Lower-income households, which already spend a bigger share of income on utilities, could feel the pinch hardest, threatening consumer spending just as job growth slows. Analysts say the AI race may deliver innovation, but also an energy price backlash that could ripple through the broader economy. And while consumers grapple with higher costs, US tariffs are starting to bite across the energy industry. A Deloitte report warns that President Donald Trump's tariffs could delay over $50 billion in US oil and gas projects. With duties on steel, aluminium and copper, companies faced cost surge of up to 40% across the value chain. The added strain could force operators to renegotiate contracts, postpone investment and rethink sourcing strategies. Analysts say the result may be a shift towards domestic or non-tariff suppliers as energy firms prioritize stability over lowest cost. And while trade tensions rise, China is moving to open its doors wider to global finance. China's Vice Premier He Lifeng has pledged to expand high-level opening up in the country's financial sector, inviting more global investors. At a key meeting with international finance leaders, he said China will accelerate efforts to become a modern financial powerhouse. Recent approvals show that foreign banks are still finding room to grow in China's markets. Well, this is it from the world of business. Now for all the tech updates, it's over to you, Nikita.
Well, thanks so much, Adya. First up, Donald Trump's Truth Social is taking a gamble, quite literally. The platform says users will soon be able to bet on real-world events like elections, interest rates, moves, and even sports games. Now, through a partnership with Crypto.com. The move brings Truth Social into the booming world of prediction markets, where traders profit if their guesses come true. Now, these platforms are regulated by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission and not state gambling agencies. The model mirrors platforms like Polymarket, which recently drew at $2 billion investment from the New York Stock Exchange's parent company, Intercontinental Exchange. Despite the hype, Trump Media and Technology Group remains deep in the red, reporting just $1.7 million in revenue and a $51 million loss in the first half of 2025. Meanwhile, Australia's corporate watchdog has barred Ryan Shu, the director of failed cryptocurrency firm Blockchain Global, from leaving the country until December 20th. Now, the Australian Securities and Investments Commission says that it obtained the order from the federal court on an ex parte basis, meaning Shu hasn't yet had the chance to respond. ASIC is investigating Shu's role in the collapse of ACX Exchange, blockchain's global crypto trading platform that went under in the late 2019, leaving investors unable to withdraw funds. Now, a report from liquidators found that the company owned around $37 million to unsecured creditors. Shu is the third executive under investigation by the regulator. And lastly, Foxconn, the world's largest electronics maker and key NVIDIA supplier, is set to deploy humanoid robots at its Houston plant, which manufactures AI servers for NVIDIA. Now, the rollout marks one of the first uses of NVIDIA's new Isaac GR00T in robots and unveiled at the company's developer conference in Washington, D.C. Foxconn says that the Houston factory will become a world-leading benchmark for AI-powered smart manufacturing, with humanoid robots working directly on production lines. The company also plans to ramp up AI server production across Texas, Wisconsin, and California to keep pace with surging demand. Well, that's it from the world of tech. Now my colleague Athra would be taking you through some sports updates. Over to you, Athra.
Thank you so much, Nikita, for all the tech updates. Now let's look at the top sports stories we are tracking for you at this hour. We'll begin with tennis first, where world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz has suffered an early exit at the Paris Masters. Cameron Norrie stunned Alcaraz for the biggest win of his career. The world number 31 came from a set down to defeat the top seed 4-6, 6-3, 6-4 in the second round. Alcaraz was competing in his first match since winning his tour-leading 8th title of the season in Tokyo in September. The defeat also ends his 17-match winning streak at the ATP Masters events dating back to Miami in March. He also now risks losing his world number 1 ranking to Yannick Sinner if the Italian goes on to win the tournament. European and French champions PSG have set a new revenue record. In a statement released by the club, PSG has announced that they generated $976 million in revenue for the season. The figures include earnings from the men's and the women's football teams, as well as the handball and the judo divisions by comparison. The club's revenue for the 2023-2024 season stood at $939 million, the third highest in the European football at that time. Over in golf now, US President Donald Trump's granddaughter Kaya Trump will make her LPGA Tour debut next month. The 18-year-old has received a sponsor's exemption at the play at the Annika, which has a prize pool of $3.25 million. She will compete against some of the biggest names in the sport in Florida, including world number 2 Nelly Korda. The tournament is scheduled to be held in Florida from 13th to 16th November. Kai is the eldest daughter of Donald Trump Jr. Well, with that, we've come to the end of the sports segment. It's back to you, Saleh.
Well, thank you very much indeed to all my colleagues, to Adya Juneja, Nikita Singh, and also to Atira Sasidaran for joining us with all these updates.